Hey, we're doing it. I'm different. I'm different. I brought a little bit of COVID out. I'm not COVID positive, but I'm positively blonde now. I wanted to do a bunch of dumb blonde jokes, so that's me. Oh, what is this? Hey, welcome to Isolation Comedy, a comedy show by Comedy Wham. Comedy Wham. Oh yeah, it's Austin's to no show go to in Austin. Wow, what? Podcasts, shows, go to isolationcomedyshow.com. But you already know that because you're here. Thank you for being here, by the way. Where the fuck are your friends? Where are they? Are they out coughing on people, not wearing their masks? Get them in here. Get them in here. Get them in the chat. Talk about it, all right? Our 130th show. So that's pretty impressive. No, it's not. It is just our 30-second show. But it's been going since fucking March. And no one thought this thing was, remember we were promised a summer that never fucking happened? Remember that dip? Get your fucking friends in here. How about that? Anyways, we got an amazing show for you guys. This is not a stand-up show. If you were thinking, oh, I'm going to see stand-up comedy tonight, you'd be coming to my house and I'd be telling you things like, shut the fuck up. Anyone who talks, you're out of here. And buy 2 drinks, or what happens if you don't buy 2 drinks?
You're out of here.
Yeah, you have to buy 2 drinks. But you can drink as much as you want to get sloshed and yell at your computer. I recommend it. It's a wonderful Friday. For me, I've written a couple jokes. I'll probably say some of them before, get everybody warmed up inside the house. Oh, I'm sorry. This is not a joke. Give us fucking money. I'm just kidding. You came here for free, for sure. I always get aggressive when people, when it's like the pay money time. And I'm sorry about that. I just don't know how to ask politely for money. Please give us money if you can afford it. But if you can't, do not worry about it. This is Huel, correct? You have been noticing I am wearing it's a complete nutritious powder food. But they gave me a free shirt and it's cozy. So I wanted to let you know that I do know what I look like. How about me? How am I doing? Oh, I'm doing okay. A lot of my friends are on antidepressants right now, which is fine. Everybody does it. One of my friends apparently can't. He's lost his libido, and and apparently that's a very normal thing when you're taking antidepressants. And he can't come now unless he is on cocaine. And it's become a really big problem. So now he only comes on the weekends. Friday, more like Friday, yo. Okay. Hey, yo, yeah, yo. Walk around with yeah, yo. All in my, and I'm done. I always announce when I'm done, which is ridiculous, right? Or that's a stupid fucking joke. Cut that one out. Okay. Did you guys know that, like, I'm sure you did, but when men come, this is a weird host set. I'm sorry about this, but I'm going to continue. I'm going to finish it, and it's going to be an amazing show. When men come, afterwards, they get really sleepy because evolutionary, another man was supposed to finish the job because she wasn't going to come yet. And so there would be a whole line of men, and God hates confrontation. So he programmed us that way. I lift your name on high. Thank you. Okay, we start a show now. I am so excited to bring guys this amazing, we're calling it the Super 8. This first comic is from Los Angeles, Rose Battle, Comedy Central, 12 Questions Podcast, Chupa and Cabre Podcast. You've seen her on here 4 or 5 of them times now. Give it up for Ana Valenzuela.
Hi, 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 hi. Hi, everybody. How are you? Hello. Audience. Oh, I am so happy to be back on the show. Colton, a little tiny round of applause for Colton. Oh my God, tiny on tiny hands round of applause. Just so funny, so handsome, rockin' blonde very well, looking like a bully from an 80s movie. I live for it. It is 2020, guys. Wow. I feel like, okay, I don't want to go to every show and talk about what's going on. I really don't. But at the same time, how do you not? Like it's crazy right now, right? Crazy. Anyone else cry during yoga this week? Yeah, I cried on the Peloton app. Oh, it's bad. Anyway, I've had a very since the last time I've been here, some very interesting things have happened. Number one, I fell down some stairs. I had to go to the emergency room because I fell on my butt. I fell on my tailbone so hard, I knocked myself out and got a concussion. Yeah, which was a crazy way to find out that my head's been in my ass this whole time. Oh my gosh, it's been there. It was such a fun time in that ER. I also had a moment. I adopted a cat before quarantine, and he's a fucking psychopath. I adopted a psychopath. I don't quite know what to do with him. Here's how I know he's a psychopath. He jumped onto my bed one night while I was FaceTiming with my boyfriend, turned around, waddled 6 inches away from me, and peed directly into my lap. Yeah. Have you ever been golden showered by a kitty cat before? It was horrible. I didn't know. First off, and it wasn't like, oh, he lost control of his bladder. This was a strike. This was terrorism. This was Antifa bullshit coming out of my cat. My cat lost his fucking mind. And just the best part about it is I called my gay husband, called one of my good friends, and I said, hey, baby, you wouldn't believe what just happened to me because he has that cat's siblings. And you know what he told me? Girl, how does it feel to be a beta cuck? That's all he said. And then he laughed and hung up the phone. That was it. That was my day. It was so great. I just wish the cat had told me that it was coming. I really did. I wish he would have, because I would have set up a little video camera and started a very lucrative and horrendous OnlyFans. That would have been great. Would have been blowing my feet out of the water. Okay, you guys are like, that's weird. Anyway, no morals. It's been very exciting for me to observe everything that's going on, because between ICE detention centers and their forced hysterectomies and COVID sweeping through the fields in California, guys, I'm going to be able to see my dad's most favorite thing in the world, and that's to watch white people pick vegetables. Yay! Oh my God, 2020, all my dreams are coming true. So exciting. Me and Dad, we're gonna go to Fresno. We're gonna watch Kevin's and Tiffany's, go on kale dates, just like the apple picking, like they're gonna be tricked. They're gonna pay to do it. It's gonna be fantastic. I don't know why we're not basing our economy on this already. Very exciting. My dad would love that, mostly because he loved lying to people. He loved it. He was good. Not bad lies, not like terrible lies, but like fun lies, like how hay gets into the middle of a field. It's the hay fairy. That's what he used to say. He used to call oil refineries space stations, like he was just a fun, whimsical liar, in a very big fish kind of a way. And he once told a lie to me that was, it's maybe my favorite lie of all time, but it wasn't when I was a kid because I got made fun of for it. He once told me that the Great Wall of China was built to keep the wontons in and the Mongols out. He said the Mongols were coming over and stealing all the wontons way back in the day. China was going broke, so they had to build the Great Wall of China so their economy wouldn't go under. And here's the crazy part. I was 9 and I was like, sounds like some bullshit, but it's like your dad, right? And I believed him. And here's the crazy thing. He drove home as fast as he could, runs in the house. And I don't know if a Latino man has ever called you stupid with 10 O's before, but oh, yes. Stupid. It's It's very great. And he told that story with all 10 O's every day of my life to any stranger he could, just to prove that I'm a gullible piece of shit. Like, he loved it. It was the most fun thing for him. And here's what's crazy. If you're listening to that lie and you're thinking, that's a little bit racist, Pablo. Okay. And you're feeling a little sad about that. Number one, first off, he never lied to me about Santa Claus. Check that, white people. People of color know where their presents come from. You know why? Because somebody had to work for them, and you better pick them up or you're going to get your ass beat. That's it, right? Number one. Number two, he's dead now. So God already canceled him. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. Oh my God. Everybody gets sad about that. But isn't it fun? God canceled him. You can't tweet about it. So, and if you don't laugh at that, I cancel you. It's very cool. But when he was dying, and it's okay. It's been a long time. I've had a lot of therapy. Again, laugh or I have to go back. So yeah, I 15 years old, he told me this lie. And when I was 9 and 15 years old, we're sitting there having dinner. We're having Chinese food, his favorite thing. Secret fact about Latinos, we'll fuck up a Chinese buffet. We'll steal everything there, including the little plates and shit. We love it. So we're sitting there and we have a friend over and his name's Bobby, and he's a real redneck kind of kid, let me tell you, because I'm a country Mexican. I don't know if you can tell. Real redneck kind of a kid. Looks like he's so redneck, he's pink. You know what I mean? He's not full grown redneck. He's just a pink neck. He's just pink everywhere. Looks like all King of the Hill became one boy. And my dad was sitting there, and it's awkward because he's dying, right? And but I'm used to it. Bobby's not. And Bobby goes, "What are we eating?" And I said, "That's war wonton soup." And he goes, "War wonton soup? What's that?" And I go, "Well, Bobby, do you know why they built the Great Wall of China?" And I tell him the whole story. Had to keep the Mongols out from stealing all the wontons. China was going broke. That's why they built it. And here's the best part. There's a moment in your life where you're going to want to know that your kids have what you have and they're going to be okay, right? So my dad's sitting there watching Bobby, and Bobby leans in and he goes, "Oh, cool, Anna, I didn't know that. That's awesome." And then my dad spit rice all over the place and called him stupid with 10 O's, and that's how he knew he could die in peace. The lies live on, ladies and gentlemen. What a weird joke. But yeah, it's been wild the last couple weeks. I feel like I've been getting, I don't know how else to say it, like Caucasianed a little bit. Caucasianed. And it's sort of like, hello, timer. It's sort of like if it's getting Caucasians like getting Karened by someone you love. You know what I mean? It's just their Caucasian is showing, which is fine. That's fine. But it's also exhausting. Here's what happened. I had a friend get mad at me for criticizing Nancy Pelosi for not doing everything she could to stop the Ruth Bader Ginsburg replacement with some sort of angry Nazi robot. If I were up there on the Hill, I would have sprayed Mitch McConnell with period blood and laughed. You know what I mean? Like a squid. I would have done anything I could. And this bitch is just like, well, guess what I have to say? Whatever. Okay. And then I had a weird moment with my boyfriend who is, he's very privileged. He's rich. He's from San Francisco. He, like the only thing he can fix in our house is a pronoun. He's got me working like he picked me up from a Home Depot. He's watching 90 Day Fiance and making dinner right now. If you want to know who the wife is, like he's just doing his thing. And he told me that my knowledge base was unpalatable. Yeah, that's getting Caucasian hard. Here's what I told him after he blew a tire. Let's see if your Berkeley linguistics degree can speak French and get that fixed, because that's not something he knows how to do. Okay, all right, last thing. I'm speeding through a new joke and it's not going to end well, but that's okay. Here's what happened. So this is the primary. This is where my therapist would go, where does this come from with you? Where was the first time this happened? Well, I was a kid, my grandmother, because I got a white mom, because my dad was fun. And he pulled it, white grandma pulls up, right? And she goes, "Anna, it's very important. It's very important that you take your birth control super consistently, because Latina women, they ovulate twice as much as regular women. And I was like, Grandma, I don't like the way you use the word regular. It feels racist. Anyway, guys, don't worry. I'll have her euthanized before the election. You've been fantastic. Thank you so much.
Give it up. All the way from Minneapolis for Riley Cosgrove.
Hello, everyone. First, I want to start out by telling Colton, thank you for sending me this life-size mold of your nether regions. That was really lovely of you. I'll be using that later. By the way, Colton, your hair is like, it's like Bob's Burgers, like if he was like gay and didn't have a dad who liked him. So, loving the hair. I haven't done stand-up in a while. The last time I did it was in Iowa, so like they're kind of slow. So this is more of a highbrow crowd. So there I usually just make like guttural sounds, you know, like an animal or my prom dates in high school. And they usually respond well to that. So just catch me a break. Okay. Well, we live in a fascist country now, so I hope everyone's enjoying that. It's super fun. I've gained the fascist 15. So which is you just lay in your bed and you cry about the Western democracy ceasing to exist. It's really fun. I'm gonna like kickboard back to Ireland, I think is my plan. Because well, one, I'm poor, and two, we can't go anywhere. So I figured if I like go through all the energy of kickboarding there, like they'll have to take me back. Don't you think? That's what I thought. I'm glad you all agreed with me. I'm glad that was unanimous. I'm gonna try to find a daddy to leave the United States, you know, somewhere thriving like Senegal. You know, I'm sure I'll be welcome there with open arms. I just want to be like, hey, foreign man, do you want to take care of a 6'5" bottom who's annoying and has IBS? The price is yours. I need to get fit for the Civil War because it's happening. And also, whatever, I just hope whatever our side is, we just have like fierce outfits, you know. I want to be snatched, honey, on the battlefield. Gay dating's a fucking nightmare. Am I right, Colton? Oh, sorry, I just outed you. I'm sorry. That was totally inappropriate. Like being gay is really hard, especially if you're poor and annoying. And it's I guess to describe it best, I'm like in the gay community, I'm like a missing Malaysia Airlines flight. No one is looking for me.
Not anymore.
It's gone. It's over. I almost took a drink of Colton's penis. Sorry. Mommy needs some of her juice. Okay. Okay, so I obviously like don't have a life anymore like most of us, and I saw that there's a commercial that Michael Phelps is doing for therapy, and I'm like, what the fuck do you have to be sad about aside from having that weird fucking mouth? It's like miniature Legos. It's like a miniature Lego set. And you know, you guys can say I'm body shaming, but the dude has like 94 gold medals. So I'm sure he's fucking fine. Also, in the commercial, he's like in a palatial compound in like Laurel Canyon or some shit, some white people shit. And he's like walking around his pool and being like, I'm so sad. And I'm like, really? You want to see sad? Come over here. I'll drop my address. As the kids say, I think. I don't know. I'm dying alone. I think back to, you know, being in an authoritarian regime, I live with a girl, a straight girl. I know, I'm so annoyed. I thought she was lesbian. But turns out just because someone has short hair and a tool belt doesn't mean they're lesbian. So that was a rough lesson to learn. And I think I'm gonna pretend I'm straight now, and I'm just gonna start referring to her as like the missus, so I don't get sent to the camps. You know, normal things. I am lost in the world. Oh, I saw one of those Trump boat parades in Nebraska, and that was fun. So that's not even a joke. I'm just letting you know the trauma I've experienced in the last month. My parents are really annoying boomers. Like, yes, Nebraska has water, Valerie. I know it's shocking. That's pretty much all they have. Just like water and like sad white people. And very sturdy girls, if you know what I'm saying. My parents have like MSNBC on. Like, they could be worse. They could be like Fox News watchers, but they have MSNBC on. It's like their porn. Like, it's just constantly on. Like, those guys in college, like, you'd go to their dorms. I know you didn't go to college, Colin, but the rest of us, when you go into a dorm room, like, you have like that guy that just like has like porn on a loop. It's totally normal. I went to a state school, so it's prestigious. It's a prestigious occurrence that happened there. What else do I have for you, hot peoples? My sister's bipolar. Oh, sorry. I was just telling you guys again, just trauma sharing. And then my other sister my other sister is like a less fun version of Anne Frank. Like, she's like frail, but like not fun. Like, I bet Anne Frank at least had like a good taste in music, I think. But my sister's like, she's not fun. She's like into having kids and things. I don't know. She has 4 kids, and she wanted to have more. She's like a greedy bottom, Colin. I can't really think of anything else I have for you guys. So thank you so much, and I'm gonna stay on. And Colin, I'll see you later.
All right, you guys aren't ready. You're not ready in your own house, but you should get ready for this next comedian who I hope has his fife. This person's also from Los Angeles, but they one time lived in Austin. He runs a podcast called Roommates for Life podcast. I want to say that again because it's a very good podcast. Roommates for Life podcast. Inside jokes on Amazon Prime. Give it up. All your own. MK Paulson.
How natural does this lighting look? Isn't it great? Look at this. Oh, my tiny lamp lit my tiny lamp. That's the way you want comedy. Tiny lamp light. It's like a tiny desk concert, but tiny lamp comedy. That's what I'm calling this sad set. Good to be here, coming to you live from Mineral Wells, Texas, my parents' house. My mom did buy this lamp today for $3. The sticker is still on it. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know why. She already has too many tiny lamps in the house, so I don't know why she needed another. But this one has a fun floral design, which you can not really see. But again, tiny lamp time. We're all having a good time. A couple thoughts real quick, just up tippity top. Want to echo a few. Oh, I also wanted to thank Colton for this exact replica of his penis. I've really enjoyed it. It is delicious. Anyway, I just did want to address, as another catty gay, I do have to make a joke about Colton's hair. It does turn out that blondes really do have more cum, as they say in the biz. And I also do appreciate Riley finding, as a gay man, just finding any way to body shame Michael Phelps. I think that's important. Probably the best.
Thank you.
I think it's the best body on the planet, and a gay man would walk into a room and be like, well, his lips aren't great. You know, that is love pulling that turkey apart right there and serving it up for everybody. Anyway, it is good to be here. What's going on with me? I am in Mineral Wells, living that glamorous life. Some hot gossip going on in the house. The refrigerator only half works. And I do mean that literally. The bottom half works and the top half is hot for some reason. We're not really sure why. So got to store all that food on the bottom. I did come home and my dad did his traditional thing where every time I come to Mineral Wells, he says, well, are you going to go down to Chicken Express, which I used to work at a restaurant called Chicken Express. And he was like, are you going to go see your old manager, Don, and see if you can get us some chicken tenders? And I was like, sure, Dad, I can do that. And he's like, you know what, but maybe do something with your hair and put on a different shirt and do something. You can wear a nice pair of jeans. Donna likes a man in a nice tight pair of jeans. That's when I always have to be like, Dad, are you trying to turn me out for a discount on chicken tenders? I don't appreciate it. And he's like, no, it just should be good to Donna. Donna's going to be good to you. Anyway, I did have to go up there in a fishnet T-shirt. So that was real hot to see Donna that way. And I did get us a discount. I'm like a mini comedian. I am a bit of an unemployed Ursula right now, living on the government. And I am outraged about a lot of things. There's a lot to be outraged about. I want to add my sheer pitch to the echo chamber. You know, I'm very sad about RBG dying and then the global pandemic. But what I'm really furious about, of course, the global coin shortage. I don't know if you guys have heard about this. I'm a big coin queen over here. Love my nickels and dimes. Anyway, I think the idea that I'm not even just cash. I'm only coin. All right, that one landed like a Boeing 737, not well. Anyway, I am, Jesus Christ, is that good? I haven't done comedy. Here's something I've noticed. I'm also at my parents', so I think I should probably do clean comedy because they might be here right now. But I don't know if that's going to happen because I only have like 3 clean, not even jokes, ideas at this point. People talk a lot of shit about avocados going bad fast, but I've been cooking a lot while I'm here. And I want to add strawberries are psychotic and I think wish for death. I think avocados like begrudgingly go bad, but strawberries want to die. I think they last for 1 day and no longer. And I don't know if that's good. I do like being home. It's fun to spend time with my mom. I do call my mom a lot when I'm not here. You know what they say, men who call their mom a lot, huge penis. So that is really good. I also, Riley was talking about dating as a gay man. I'm a gay man in my 30s, so I do feel like it's a whole nother ball game. Dating in my 20s, it was a lot like, do you remember that TV game show where there was like a phone booth and dollar bills in it, and you could just grab as many? Dating in your 20s is like that. You're like, oh my God, there's so many, they're everywhere. Dating in your 30s is like being in that phone booth and there's only one single and you keep like throwing your body up against the glass and bleeding to catch it, but you just can't get it. It just won't, there's something wrong with it. And you're like, why can't I don't get this single? Anyway, it's my analogy for dating in my 30s. I don't like stereotypical comedy. I try to run away from it faster than my wife runs to a shoe sale, but I do like telling some dick jokes. And I do have a few dick jokes. I once choked on a dick, and let me tell you, it was hell on girth. Am I right? Okay. I am very sorry. I do need a vacation right now. I'll take anything. I want a vacation. Get me to a corn maze or something like that. I think that's what I need. I want to be in a corn maze and I want to be attacked by crows. That's what I think would be a good vacation right now. It's fine. I'm doing my best, having my own little curvy girl celebration every day, doing what I can. Watching a lot of incest porn, as you do. Can't get away from it. I don't know why. It's like they always say, right? The apple doesn't come far from the tree. Anyway, none of this is good, and I do apologize to my mom, who can hear everything I'm saying through these thin walls. She's like, well, she was so glad when I came home. She said, I'm luckier than a rabbit with all its feet. So I don't know what that means, but see if you can decipher that. Oh, I'm into claws lately. I realized, anybody else into claws? I love a white claw, bear claw, raven claws. Any claws. I'll take a claw, like a bird claw. I don't know. Claw time with Claw Boy. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I don't know what's going on. This is the best you're getting in a global pandemic. I want to get my hair cut. This haircut itself is a full-time bob. Am I right? I am so sorry. I don't have to worry about my dad hearing anything, because fun fact about Papa, he is going deaf. And we think that instead of fixing it, he's just decided to live life as a deaf man, so he doesn't have to hear my mom anymore. We think that's what's going on. He's just kind of going for the nuclear option and not getting a hearing aid, so he can ignore my mother at all times, which frankly, I kind of get. I'm excited to do comedy on stage again. That's what I really can't wait for it. This is a new bit, and I'm going to try it, but you have to imagine that we're on stage. I'm just going to be holding the mic, and then I'm going to start nibbling on the cord, just go, and be like, I love cord on the cob. And that is that whole bit. And I'm going to say, can you believe it? I love this. I'm going to be shitting cord all week. That is the best joke I've written in quarantine, and I am sorry. My mom called me retired at dinner the other day, so that was a nice little mother-son moment. I am getting the horn. That's my preferred way to get the horn, just a sad trombone. I do have to get out of here in 2 shakes of a lamb's penis. None of this is good, and I think it's none. My mom does, I've learned this since I've been home, my mom does have 374 hours of Hallmark Channel ready to go right now. Just anytime you want to go watch a Hallmark movie. And my mom knows these Hallmark Channel celebrities, like Brad Pitt could walk into my house right now and she would be like, well, I don't really know who that is. But then if it's like Gabe Ekerman from a Hallmark movie, she would be like, oh my God, she would lose her tits on that. All right, I don't know why I said that. I'm gonna get out of here. One little more Chicken Express story. I remembered this when I was working there the other day. So my old manager, Donna, when I worked at Chicken Express, I don't want to brag, but I did live in Spain for a little while when I was in high school. I was an exchange student. Long story, but here's the gist of it. I don't know if anybody else tried to come out on 9/11, but it was a bit of a tap dance, and I had a nervous breakdown. And I did end up I'm like, I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here. So I went to be a foreign exchange student in Spain, got back, went back to work at Chicken Express, as you do. So I spoke Spanish. So anytime we'd have Spanish speakers come into the restaurant, my boss, Donna, would literally just like push me at them. And she'd be like, go speak to them and get their order. So I was taking this order in Spanish, but my Spanish still wasn't quite perfect, right? So I'm taking this order, and I said to the people, I tried to say the biscuits are free, right? But instead I said, El pan está libre, which literally translates to the biscuits have attained freedom. I did emancipate the biscuits for these people. And I don't want to be too much of an Abraham Lincoln over here, but I am on the right side of history, biscuit-wise, and you guys are welcome. It's been an honor to be here. I love all of you. You're all perfect. I could give you a big kiss, but I'm going to save that for Colton's dildo. So we'll see you guys in hell. All right.
Oh, I'm on. Hey, I usually get 3, 2, 1. Sometimes you guys hear it, sometimes you don't. Sometimes I hear it, and sometimes I send every comic on this show a different mold of my dick. Okay, sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. First time this one, but we'll see what happens. MK Paulson, everybody! Wow! Give it up for him.
Yay!
We have 3
amazing.
left. Okay, we have 3 more because we're doing a Super 8 comic Manza this week. So you're very welcome. And next up is winner of funniest comic in Texas contest in 2017. And he has been getting better ever since. He's from Houston. Give it up for Grady Pruitt.
Yeah.
Woo-wee. Oh man. Good to be here. Holy shit. Man, this is gonna be what side are you picking on the upcoming Civil War? I mean, are you with the guns or the side that's armed with anxiety? You know, it's one or the other. Jesus Christ! Oh my God! I am man. God damn it, man. It's I don't know if you can tell or not, but I work at a sandwich shop. That's what I work at Potbelly. It is a tougher job than you expect. Like my boss the other day, he was looking at me, he was like, Grady, he's like, Grady, you lack motivation. I was like, yup. I was like, I gotta agree with that. Like, I don't know if you know this or not, boss, but we work at a fucking sandwich shop. So I thought we were on the same page, you know. Lack of motivation. I thought that's why we're all here, you know. I don't know. I don't want to shit on that job too much. There are some parts I actually really like about working at Potbelly. Like I love not showing up. That was my favorite thing. I used to do it all the time. Like, used to be like, you know what? They'll figure it out. Potbelly has the ways, you know? Like one day I woke up and I stubbed my toe and I was like, you know what? They'll figure it out. Hey, it'll be good. Man, this is doing. I'm killing it. You know what I mean? Honestly, I don't think I've ever done better in the show in my life. To be honest, I feel like this is the peak right here. You know. Oh man, God damn, I'm so fucking broke. I've been at that level of broke. I'm sure some of the comments can relate to this. Like, I'm at that level of broke. Like, I was grocery shopping. Like, I was only at Walmart the other day, and I found myself checking the price per unit between different brands of ramen noodles. Like, you ever get to that level of broke? I was like, 21 cents per pack. Like, not today, Top Ramen. What? You made a plasma? That's true. I donate plasma. I have to. I mean, I tried to donate sperm. They said no. I didn't even know they could do that. Like, I showed up. I was like, I like to donate sperm. They're like, we're good. They told me that I need a college degree to donate. I was like, if I had that, I wouldn't fucking be here. You think anyone graduates from college is like, you know what? I'm gonna come in a cup now. That's the next step. I don't know, man. Look, bro. I'm still driving for Uber Eats. You know, I'm on Uber Eats right now. Like if I'm on fruit, I gotta go. You know. I was driving through River Oaks and Houston. I don't know if you bought River Oaks, but that's probably about the richest area in Houston. And as I was driving, a spider crawled across my windshield. It's probably about the biggest spider of all time. I'll go ahead and say it. And I just got out of the car. I was like, you know what? Like that's the spider's car now. Like you give him a ticket, you know. And I just got out of the car. I was like, you know what? Like the car was still driving too, you know. Like it was just in the road. Like I don't give a fuck. And I started going like door to door to people's mansions, and they probably thought like I was like a rich kid on acid or something like that. They were probably like. And I was like, yeah, like spiders everywhere. Help, you know, like help me. It took me probably about like an hour before I finally found one gentleman that's willing to help. He was so nice. He was so kind. I thought like maybe he was like a Chick-fil-A employee, you know. It was like spiders, my pleasure, you know. So he went out to my car and the spider was still there. And he went up and he put his hand right next to the spider. The spider crawled up his arm, and then he went out and he walked it, put it in the grass. And then he told me, he goes, see, no need to be scared. And I was like, I met God. Like, that was God. So I had to ask him, like, so what's your name? And he was like, my name is Luis. And I was like, badass. God is Mexican. You know? Sweet. You know? Man, I've been having a tough quarantine. I'll tell you that though. You know, like I don't even I've been watching YouTube videos. I've just gone like this weird wormhole. I was watching Hall of Fame basketball videos. And like they're all the same thing. It's just like it's like one dude being like, no one believed in me, no one said I could do it, but look at me now. And I'm like, really? No one believed in you? You're 9 feet tall. Like there wasn't one dude, like there wasn't like just, you know, a middle school teacher that was like, you see that dude that's windmill dunking on all the teachers? Like, also, it made me realize that, damn, we need to be nicer to tall children, you know? Like, you know, I don't know. I'm very drunk right now, but I'm going to... I am, you know what I did? I did real recently that I never had to do. I went and got STD tested. I went and did that, and I think we should do our. It was nerve-wracking getting my results from STD test. I think we should make it more fun. Like I think we should do STD results the same way that we do gender reveal parties. You know, like I think that's why more people would do it. You know, be like, hey, if you want your results for your STD test, you got to hit this pinata. You know. And then you hit it, it comes right. You're like, oh, antibiotics? God damn. Maybe, you know. Woo-wee. I'll be honest, this is my first time doing a Zoom show. This is fucking weird. But it's fun, you know, but it's just, you know, I've never done a comedy where there's not an audience in front of me. I'm glad though, man. some of you comics, you know, I like you guys. Like MK, goddamn, you're fucking funny as fuck, man. I'm glad to finally, you know, meet you, dude. You're, you know, I enjoy you a lot. Well, we've met before, but you know, I feel like we're getting to know each other a little bit more now. You know, either way, you know, I'm you know what I mean. You know, I'm 25 years old. You know, so I feel like I'm about halfway done. You know. Yeah, so, no man, I love people, man. I love hanging out with, you know, comics people. I love. There's only one group of people I don't like, and that's this new generation of ugly people. Like I grew up ugly, you know, and like I felt like you'd find out you're ugly like in middle school, you know, because like people would tell you, you know. They'd be like, "Hey, you're ugly," and I'm like, "Ah, fuck." You know? But like, you know, I'll get good at something else. You know what I mean? I'll start studying more. You got a base. I mean, I chose to get funny. I chose wrong, but at least I picked something. You know, these new ugly people, though, they just lie. You know, they're just like, "I'm beautiful too." We all gotta like go along with it. But I'm like, no, you're ugly. You know what I mean? Like, just own it. Like, that's not gonna make you work. Like, I just want to like talk to these kids. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be down to like go to middle school and be like, look, I don't care what Lizzo said. You guys are hideous. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I love Lizzo. Like, she's the best, but like, she's inspired a bunch of ugly, untalented people that now have Lizzo level confidence. Did y'all see what Lizzo did at the Laker game? Like, she went to the Los Angeles Laker game. By the way, I love Lizzo. And she wore like a thong. Like, she just wore like a thong, like her whole ass was hanging out. And I was like, hell yeah, more of that. Well, like, I just want to see like what was it like for like the family behind her. You know what I mean? Like, there's some dude that like brought his kid to go watch. Like, I'm about to go watch LeBron James dunk on some people. You get there, it's just like Lizzo's whole ass. You explain that to your son. You're like, we call this body positivity. You know, like. If you don't like that, I mean, a white lady with blue hair gets really upset, you know? I don't know. I don't mean to, like, shame anyone, you know? Because, like, I have a bunch of friends, you know, that they, like, struggle with, like, mental illness, you know, like, depression and everything. Like I have friends that, like, tell me, they're like, I'm depressed. I don't feel happiness. I'm sad all the time. But sometimes I'm like, bro, you're not depressed. Your life is just shitty. You know, like that's what's that sound noise? Is that 1 minute left, Colton?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Let me wrap this shit up. Your life's not shitty. You know what I mean? I'm depressed. Your life is just shitty. You know, like you ever meet people that like are happy no matter what? Like to me, I'm like, yo, they have a problem. You know, you ever meet someone they're like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, I honestly, I think I'd be more happy if I was rich. You know what I mean? Like I'm just broke all the fucking time. Like I think I'd be happy if I was like the son of a fucking, you know, a millionaire or something. You know? There's always someone that's gonna like ruin it for me and be like, "Oh no, you wouldn't appreciate it because you didn't earn it." Because you didn't earn it, you wouldn't appreciate it because you didn't earn it. I'm like, man, that's some never been on a yacht talk. What the fuck are you talking about? All right, Colton. I don't want to go over my time, so I'm gonna end it right now. Thank you guys so much for having me on the show. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Grady. Oh wait, no, that looked like a dab. That wasn't a dab. That was just a Zoom. Sorry. World. I did turn 30 recently, but I'm not doing that. Anyways, Grady Pruitt, everybody. Wow, never been on a yacht. Talk is my favorite new saying. I'm going to be saying that all the time. I don't know if Grady remembers this. This is gonna be for me and him, maybe, and nobody else. The first show I ever did with Grady, I was in Conroe, Texas, and if you can imagine, that sucked for me because I came out to them as gay. And they were like, "Way, not good," and I was like, "I made it worse." So then Brady went up and said some very reasonable things about sandwiches, and they loved him. It was amazing. It was amazing. I did not need to tell them about butt sex. That was not my fault. I was like, "Oh, but I'm gay. I have to tell you." I did not have to tell them, so I'm gonna own up to that one. Grady Pruitt, everybody. We have 2 comics left. If you're just joining us, thank you for being our friend. We're gonna be doing this for 2 more comics, so you're a little late. I don't want to shame you, okay, in your own house. But like, next time, show up on time. But we're happy you're here. We're happy you're here. Yeah, get your drink. Get your drink. Okay. This next comic. Ooh, you guys are in for a treat. We have 2 more. This next comic is from Hadesburg, MS. That is Massachusetts. I know that for certain, but he recently moved to Dallas, so it doesn't even matter. Okay, because but another thing about him, he's a part of BLM Philly. Give it up for Brandon Philly.
Hey, what's up? Look, I'm from Mississippi, and even I know that's Mississippi. Nah, that shit was funny as hell. I'm wearing these glasses right here because I've been looking at the sun too much, and the only reason why is because whenever I wear these glasses, every white grandparent calls me Blade. So I got bad eyesight because of racism. Yeah, man. It's been kind of crazy. I like the Zoom thing. Like I don't have to brush my teeth or my hair, and I don't have to smell other people's breath. Uh, the only bad thing is that I feel like once we go back out and we start talking to people more, I'm going to start looking at people's foreheads instead of their eyes. Because my eyesight is just like my line of vision is always like the top of my laptop. I don't know. I'm just like I have autism, I think. Uh, but yeah, man, this has been a bad year. Like I feel like 2020 is such a bad year that in 100 years, when fancy people are like trying to get some wine, and somebody brings them out the 2020, they're gonna be like, "Nah, man, fuck that. I'd rather have a flat ass Sprite and some Hennessy, and I'll pour it myself." Like, I mean, I've drank flat Sprite with Hennessy, and I think it'll be a better wine than whatever the fuck is 2020. But yeah, it's been crazy. I've been like stuck in the house. I don't want to go outside. this is like the opposite of my childhood, and it's like fucking with me. Because when I was a kid, I was like, I always wanted to go outside, but my and my parents wouldn't like let me back in, and they wanted me to just stay outside pretty much. I don't think they liked me that much, but now it's been crazy because like whenever I go somewhere and I'm scared to run into an anti masker or anti whatever the fuck they're called, um, because they try to make you feel bad for wearing a mask, and to me that's like somebody trying to make you feel bad for wearing a condom. You know, I'm like, they're like, oh, you think I got something? Like, nah, I got something. But I wonder. I kind of wonder like how they talk to their kids. You know, like if you're not gonna like listen to the doctors tell you to fucking wear a mask in Target, but you're gonna go and try and tell your kid to do their homework before they eat. I'm like, fuck that. Nah, I can easily see a kid saying, "Dad, you sounding awfully like the government right now, uh, telling me to do my homework and shit." Um, yeah, man. It's been a lot of crazy shit going on with like every fucking thing. Another thing I don't like about the mass people is like, why are you this crazy? Like, are you that bored? You don't want to look like a fucking Mortal Kombat ninja? Um, like I also like the mask because one thing I'm trying to figure out is like why haven't like Walmart thefts gone up? Like why isn't anybody stealing more shit? Like now you got the opportunity to wear a fucking mask and be a thief. Like I wouldn't steal anything. I just feel like the main reason I wouldn't is because I'm not a good thief. Um, like I can get away with the crime. I'm just saying that the shit I steal is kind of trash. I don't steal good shit. Like I used to steal DVDs from Walmart, and I go home and watch it with my friends, and they would tell me, "Hey man, you need to take that shit back." And why you had to go turn yourself in? Like I'm not really like a big fan of the police. Uh, it's because I'm black, but I mean, if I wasn't black, I probably wouldn't like them either. But it's like I don't like one thing I don't like about the police is that they do some just outwardly fucked up shit, some like obviously fucked up shit. I'll give you as an example that's close to home for me. Like, have you ever seen a cop car where on the side they have this motto and it reads, "This vehicle was bought using seized drug money." And I don't like that shit because basically they're saying we bought this car using money we got from drugs. And I'm like, that's fucked up to me because my cousin bought his car using drug money, but he ain't bragging about the shit. You know, it's just like, come on, man. Um, yeah. Another thing I don't really like about the police is that, uh, like now they're not doing it, but back maybe like 5 years ago, they used to do these things. I guess they had a PR person like after every time they like do something bad or they get like a bad look, they have a PR person uh, take like a video of a cop going to like a black neighborhood and playing basketball or some shit. And and I'm like, that's kind of fucked up. What would really be fucked up is if the cop was good at basketball. It's, it's like, hey, officer, you can't come to the hood and dunk on me and then shoot my boy in the street. Like, come on. Uh, but nah, it's just crazy, man. It's a crazy time right now. Like I'm cooped up in the house with my family, my wife and my cat, and they're cool people. Uh, but sometimes I would much rather hang out with somebody else. Nah, nah. Man, look, I gotta give y'all some advice for a lot of people, especially people with pets. Some COVID relationship advice is stop having sex in front of your pets. All right, because I feel like they know they can like learn new tricks. Okay, like especially if you have like dogs. um I watch porn with not with just people and dogs, but it was like people, and then I noticed they have like a dog in the corner, and I'm like, oh man, I can't watch this no more. uh, but like you can't do that shit, man. um because the thing is, like, dogs will learn shit, and your dog may take that shit to the streets. All right. I've actually seen, like, I was walking down the street one day, and I saw these two dogs going at it. They were having sex, but it threw me off because they were having missionary sex, and I was like, I was like, what the fuck, man? It startled me so much that I like stomped at him and said, no, no. And I was like, that's human style. You can't do that. You can't do human style. Um, some wild shit did happen to me with our cat. He did some weird shit. It was like I was lying on the bed one time, and he walked up to me and crawled up onto my stomach, came up to my chest and like nuzzled me and kissed on me, and then he immediately turned around and put his asshole in my face. And he got that shit from watching my wife do the same thing. It's like, what the fuck, man? Uh, and like I remember being sick, and I lied down. I lay down again on my back, and he came up to me. He did the same thing. He crawled on my stomach, walked up on my chest, nuzzled me, kissed on me, and then immediately turned around and put his asshole in my face. But this time, I was just like, I couldn't move, so I just went, just blew into his asshole. Uh, it threw me off when he turned around. It was just like meow. But but man, that's all I got for y'all today. You know, I'm just gonna like go back in here and maybe hit one more weed cookie. You know, see if it'll put me out. Y'all have a good night.
Brandon Phillies blowing hair into his cat's hole. I feel like there was a second tag that you missed of like, what did the cat say? He said meow, but like, oh, I'm too curious about that situation. And you know what? Let's not look into it because this is not a podcast. You guys want the podcast? This is not a podcast. Hey, this is the end of the show, though. So put your hands together, okay? Make some noise in your own fucking house. Get your kid in here. They need to learn some shit, okay? They need to learn some shit about life. You have kids? Man, you're a teacher. You're doing all this, blah, blah, blah. How about I just close the show? How about that? How about I stop building it up? No, because you're not ready. You're not ready. Build it up in your own house. In your own house. Give it up for Jamie Schaffner.
Okay, yeah, we finally made it on. Before I start here, I want to, yes, this looks very professional. You see the curtain behind me? This is my bedroom. That's the window. Okay, so that's very professional. MK, just a comment that dating over your 50s, you're in that same booth, but it's silver dollars and they're glued to the floor. And Grady decide I'm going to be on in the revolution, decide going to Canada. So that's all. Shit's crazy, right? COVID. You know the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result every time. Yeah, that's also my sex life, but I try. There's a fine line, y'all, between like eccentric and downright bug fuck crazy. And I'm pretty sure I snorted most of that line back in the early 80s. And that's one of the things that kind of has guided me during this time of COVID. Everybody's getting a hobby, they're doing things. So I've decided that for my hobby, back in March, I was going to every week take a different drug and do it in alphabetical order. So we're now in week 29. So I'm back to C again. My choices are Coke, Crystal, cannabis, but I'm opting for an old favorite from high school, codeine cough syrup. Purple Nurple, y'all. Back when I was in high school, back in those olden times, the world was just like plain and ordinary and vanilla. And so we had to drop acid to make it weird. Nowadays, the world is weird and we all take Prozac to make it normal. How's that working out for you, folks? I had a real bad time a little while back. I had pretty much decided that the depression had gotten to me and I just couldn't take it anymore. And so I was going to check out. But I didn't want to, off myself without telling somebody because, people might get worried. So I went and I told my best friend, and in the process of relaying this story to her, she told me that she was supremely depressed also and just really didn't think that the therapy or the drugs were helping and that she didn't think there was any way but out. And so the two of us made this murder-suicide pact, which kind of brings me to this question that maybe, somebody can help me with. I've kind of a dilemma here, if murder makes you really happy, am I obligated to follow through on that? I'm asking for a friend. Speaking of depression and sadness, have y'all ever been so sad that all you could think about was fucking? Conversely, have you ever fucked so much it just made you sad? Okay, me neither. But I thought I'd ask. It may be obvious that I am not the youngest person here tonight. And that's okay. but I had kind of an old lady moment Sunday before last. I got thrown out of an all-you-can-eat Sunday buffet. Actually, I didn't get thrown out of the buffet. I got thrown out of the bottomless mimosa bar that accompanied the buffet. But, you know, I left. I didn't raise a fuss because I am a lady. I put my pants back on. They let me back in. You know, bottomless. It's sometimes easy to get confused. But the whole incident made me realize that I needed to get some new pants. So bright and early the next, bright and afternoony the next day, I went out to get some new pants, and I bought a couple of new pairs of Mumble pants. No, y'all, they're just tight yoga pants. You know, they can see your lips moving, but they can't understand what you're trying to say. Yeah, the lip readers love that joke. There's a saying that, you know, you are what you eat. And in my case, I think that's true. Because they eat a lot of fast food. And I am fast. And I'm easy. I'm not going to be with you for very long. And I get eaten a lot in the drive-through parking lot. I'm convinced that I shouldn't be left alone with my brain. That's because when it's left to its own devices, my brain comes up with all kinds of weird questions, and the totally bizarre shit just has to be acknowledged. Questions like, if you get a hand job from someone who's profoundly deaf, does that count as oral sex? Is that a yes? I don't know. Questions like, do mermaids have pussies? And if they do, what do they smell like? People? Why isn't masturbating while you're stoned known as weed whacking? And what can we do to get that to actually be a thing? I'm in Austin. There's a lot of strip malls here. You know, yes, some of them do have a strip. Anyway, most of these have like a mattress store of some sort, usually sandwiched between a We Buy Gold and a We Sell Beer. And I was driving past one the other day, and they had a big sign, a big banner out in front that said, "We now have organic mattresses." And I thought, you know, I've been looking for a new mattress. Maybe this is something I should consider. And then I realized that a large tow sack full of dead hookers would qualify as an organic mattress. So I don't think I'm going that route. I was in a bar with a friend of mine. We were just standing there talking at the bar like you do. And from somewhere way in the back in the depths of the bar, I hear some loudmouth frat bro saying, "Yeah, dude, I was knee deep in pussy." And the first thing that went through my head was, dude, you're doing something wrong. That is not how that's supposed to work. Possibly, unless you were fucking a buffalo. Oh, guys, you know what I like to do? I like to early in the morning sneak into the kitchen, make breakfast for my lover, just so I can hear those special words. How the fuck did you get in my house? Y'all, speaking of making love, you know what's something really good to yell out when you're making love? Anything, people, God damn it, you're fucking. Well, with a possible exception of, how the fuck did you get in my house? Guys, thanks for letting me be here. This has been fun. Let me leave you with a closing thought here. If you can't be with the one you love, fuck the restraining order. Do what you want to do. Thanks, guys.
Oh, we did it. Jamie Schaffner, I forgot to duct tape spinach to my nips. What is that? Is it a 3-month callback? Are you from 3 months ago? Holy shit, I did forget though. I meant to, I did not do it. That's been the show. You guys, thank you so much for coming. Thank you to all the comedians. Thank you, Richard Goodwin, for being a tech guru. Thank you, Valerie Lopez, for being a production whiz. And Laura Smith, girl, hit me up. I haven't heard from you in a while. I don't usually talk like that. Hey guys, be safe. You know, spread love. Get the fuck off social media and start, you know, texting love letters, right? You know, positive messaging and whatnot. And now, goodbye.